Hi everyone, welcome to Nigeria Mom in the UK. My name is Samina Tayodele. I'm a Nigeria mom living in Wales in the UK. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you few things to consider before selecting a school to come and do masters in the UK. You need to be sure of what you are actually getting yourself into. You don't just say, okay, let me search for a school. Once you get a school, you jump on it, get the admission, and start looking for money to come to the UK. No, there are some things you need to put into consideration before you select a school. One of them is school fees. I understand that a lot of people would search for a school that the school fees is not very expensive, but you need to be sure of something. There are some schools that even though their fees are cheaper, for example, maybe they have a minimum amount of £7,000 or £8,000 or maybe £10,000, you need to be sure that this school fees can be paid in instrumentally. It's not that you see a school that they ask you to pay £7,000, for example, but that £7,000 needs to be paid even before you leave the country, before you leave wherever you are coming from. You need to be sure that the school fees, even if it is £8,000, for example, if you are paying 50% as deposit, by the time you enter the country, you need to find out if you'll be paying the 50% balance immediately or it's going to be after some time. A lot of people have advised that it's even better to pay larger percentage of deposits ahead, because by the time you enter the country, considering other things that will be coming up in terms of bills, it will be a good one to say, okay, I have just little amount to balance up, So that is why you need to find out from the school, from maybe student union group, whoever you have contact with, the school management. You can always send an email to them. They will respond to you. They will give you all this information, the type of instrumental payment that is available in the school. The second thing that you need to consider is sponsorship. There are so many schools in the UK, but not all of them can grant you sponsorship to come and live in the UK. So before you select a school, even after you have considered the school fees, that okay, this is a good school to go, this is an affordable school fees to jump on, you need to also be sure that they can sponsor you to the UK. You don't want to pick a school that will say you should stay back in Nigeria because they are running an online class or something that will ask you to stay back in Nigeria, and that means it forfeited your purpose of picking the school in the first place. So you need to be sure that this school that you are picking, they can actually sponsor your coming to the UK. They will give you certificate of sponsorship before you apply for your visa. Another thing that you need to consider is the cost. Now, a lot of people will just pick they will just pick any course that as long as they can come to the UK. It is not done that way, my sister or my brother. It is no longer done that way. You need to pick a course that you are sure that you can actually proceed with, you can actually excel in. What do I mean by that? Some people go for courses that they can't even manage to perform better in. Some people go for courses that is totally different from the experience or from their first degree or from whatever qualifications they have. So at the end of the day, they start struggling mentally with meeting up with the demands of those courses. For example, you have an admin experience or you have an administration qualification, and you are now going for something like artificial intelligence or cybersecurity. I am not saying that you shouldn't go for all these high demand courses in the UK, because it is even advisable to do that. But you need to also prepare yourself for the mental challenge ahead of taking those courses, because the course is going to be totally new to you. There will be challenges, there will be expectations. You need to prepare yourself, and part of the preparations is to start looking for other short courses that you can do that can aid in the learning of that course you are choosing. That is if the course is totally different from what you have done. Don't just jump on a course because it is available or because it is cheap or because you think everyone is doing that course. It will affect you mentally. By the time you get here, you are struggling with assignments. So put all these things into consideration before picking a school. Again, another thing to consider is accommodation. You agree with me that there's been a lot of issues around accommodation in the UK. Like you see people posting, oh, I'm in the UK, I seriously need someone to accommodate me. There's accommodation issue. And it takes a long time to get accommodation, especially in some areas. So you need to find out, like do some background jobs around accommodation in the area you are going. That is after you already have a school. You can go to Right to Move, Zoopla. There are so many websites like that you can do some background check to be sure that, okay, there is enough accommodation around around the area you are going, and to have an idea of the cost of those accommodation. You need to have an idea of the cost of those accommodations. So it's not that when you come to the UK and you now maybe started escorting with someone, you start wondering how you want to meet up with the cost of accommodation of the area you have gone to. So you can also do your background check ahead before coming. Ensure that there is adequate accommodation where you are going. It is even better if you are coming as a single person to look for a shared apartment or a student, a school accommodation if that is available. But you need to find out ahead so you don't become stranded here, or you don't become so desperate and eventually take wherever that is available for you. Again, one of the things you want to consider, which is the most important this time around, is job availability in those areas. You don't want to come to an environment where the only thing you are doing is schooling. You don't want to find yourself in a place where you are struggling to get a job, even as little as healthcare job. You don't want to find yourself in a place where you are spending 2 months, 3 months, and you haven't even have any headway of getting a job. So you should consider the job potential, the job prospect of the place that you are going, the place that you are coming to study. I mean, part of what you want to do here is not just only to study. A lot of people are coming because they want to work and make some money too. So even if you are using that 20 hours to work, you want to be sure that you have something tangible that you are doing apart from schooling, because there are bills to pay. You need money to survive. You need money to sustain yourself while living here. You also need to put that into consideration. Don't just say, oh, this school in a particular place is cheaper. Oh, this place is this. Oh, I've got a good course. They're giving me COS. What is the job prospect in that area? What is the job prospect in that area? Are there more healthcare? Are there more healthcare jobs around? Are there maybe delivery jobs around? There are so many jobs you can pick up for wherever you find yourself. But you need to be sure that it's a place where you can easily pick up jobs to sustain yourself while you live here. And lastly, it's community. Believe me, every one of us need that support. We need that support of one another. So if you are coming to the UK, for example, you need to probably look for areas where you know that your family or friends are not so far from you, especially if you are coming with your family, if you are coming with your children, and you know that you are coming for your masters. Believe me, even when you are single, it can be so mentally exhausting to study, let alone when you have kids. So you need that support. You need to be in that environment. Even if you are not seeing all these people every day, you know that there's someone that is just maybe an hour to where I am, or 2 hours to where I am, not like 6 hours or 7 hours distance to where you are. So you might want to consider that and say, okay, yeah, I'm sure at least I have a friend somewhere. In case of any emergency, I think I know someone I can easily just call, or in case of anything, I know someone I can easily go to. So those are some of the things I think I should share with you as you plan your journey to come to the UK. I wish you all the best. In another video, I'll be sharing with us different schools and their criteria and how you can jump on it for the next session. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications so you know when I drop a new video, and please share this video with other people that are planning to come to the UK or people that just newly moved to the UK. Thank you so much. Bye.